One win away from a sweep. It's a glorious sunny Sunday, and Phillies are looking in their closets. They're trying to bring out the brooms to sweep the Nationals. Tyler Mroz, Heat Ratio Sports Phillies pregame show, game 4 of 4. This series is going by quick, and last night's game felt even quicker. Christopher Sanchez, a complete game, beating the Nationals 5-1, their fourth straight victory, and looking for the fifth, looking for the sweep. Got Jake Urban on the mound today for the Nationals. He's 8-10 with a 3.76 ERA. Going up against Taijuan Walker, making his second start since coming off of the injured list. 3-3 with a 5.60 ERA this season so far. Not the greatest season from Walker, but we'll get into him in just a little bit. A lot of lineup changes for the Phillies today. I mentioned it on the postgame show last night that probably some guys, big guys, were going to be sitting out, and that's exactly what is happening. No Bryce Harper, no JT Realmuto, no Johan Rojas, and no Weston Wilson. Lefty on the mound today, so Bryce Harper sitting. Weston Wilson's played the last 2 games, so he's also sitting. Johan Rojas been playing a lot. He's getting the day off. And then JT kind of figured since he's been getting off the IL, Garrett Stubbs has been filling in for him a good amount. So today, with Taijuan Walker on the mound, Garrett Stubbs will be catching for him. Alec Bohm is batting third. Castellanos is batting cleanup. Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh are back there, followed by him. And then Mundo Sosa at third, Cal Stevenson in center, and Garrett Stubbs playing center field. What's going on, Adam? How you feeling about the game today? You think they're going to win? You think we're going to break out the brooms? Gotta let me know. I'm curious as to what you think, especially with Taijuan Walker. Nothing big for the Nationals. No Juan Yepez or Iliodamo Vargas. Vargas only played 1 game. Yepez has been actually pretty decent for the Nationals. Played in that game yesterday. Had that catch in the first inning, getting the double play on Bryce Harper. So solid guy. I remember the 2022 Wild Card Series. He hit a home run off of Zach Wheeler. Was it Zach Wheeler or Aaron Nola? It was one of them, but Juan Yepez hit a home run, putting the Cardinals up. And then Phillies, of course, came back, bringing out the brooms. I hope so, man. Nationals on a losing streak, and we're on a win streak. We have all the momentum, so hopefully he can keep it up. But in order to do that, they got to look at some of the keys to the game, and it's Taijuan time today. We talk about Nola Day, wheels up, Mr. Rager. It's Taijuan time. He did not do too well in his last start. It was his first start in a couple months. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. It was against the Marlins, one of the worst teams in the league, and he did not do too well. Looked decent after the second inning, so maybe that will carry over to today's game where he's not having 2 of the Phillies' best offensive players. No Bryce Harper, no JT Realmuto, even Weston Wilson and Johan Rojas. They have been very good for the Phillies lately, so a big day for Taijuan Walker. Phillies are maybe going to need to put up 4 to 5 runs. That's usually what happens in Taijuan Walker games. So we will see if Taijuan Walker, we still got Bowman Castellano alive. Yep. So again, 2 of the most consistent hitters in the lineup. So a very good chance for the Phillies still. Walker's releasing the ball too early. He needs to get his timing down. Yeah. The Phillies allegedly said that he fixed his splitter issue. So I don't know about that. His splitter didn't look all that good not yesterday, but the last start. So I don't know. Today's a big game for Taijuan Walker. It's his second game back. It's not his first. He kind of hopefully gets settled in today. And then they already announced the pitchers for the Braves series. It'll be Wheeler game 1, Nola game 2. And they don't know game 3. It'll likely be Christopher Sanchez. So Taijuan Walker will most likely be facing the Royals his next start. So a big game here to hopefully get settled in back to where he is known to be just a decent pitcher. Taijuan Walker is not a great pitcher. Taijuan Walker is an okay pitcher. And that's exactly what the Phillies need. They just need an innings eater. Did not eat innings, but we'll get into that in a little bit with some of the other keys. But the fill-ins, Cal Stevenson starting today with Garrett Stubbs, both lefties, already on the mound for the Nationals. Stevenson's been decent. He's had a good time on this active roster since Austin Hayes went down. 2 for 6 on the RBI so far. Had that perfectly placed bunt the other night, which ended up helping the Phillies win that game. So Cal Stevenson has been surprisingly good for the Phillies. Hasn't played much, obviously, but doing his job, definitely keeping his name in contention for if, uh, God forbid, someone else on the Phillies goes down. Because you would assume Austin Hayes is coming back in the Royal Series, and Cal Stevenson is most likely getting sent down to the minors. So Cal Stevenson keeping it interesting for the Phillies. Yeah. And then Garrett Stubbs, 191 average this year. He's not been that good. A lot of people have been calling for Rafael Marchand, but it's too late at this point. Stubbs is the backup catcher for the rest of the year, barring any injuries. Does have a decent September track record, though. 242, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. So Garrett Stubbs is not the greatest lifetime career hitter, but on Sundays, he always seems to do something, even during the day games. I remember 2 years ago, he had that walk-off against the Marlins during the day game, wearing the cream jersey. So maybe it's something with Garrett Stubbs in the cream jerseys. I don't know. You might have to. But spoiler alert, the bonus bet is a home run bet today. I know, David. Yeah, that was tough. The Braves, Chris Sale, man, he's looking like he's locking up the NL Cy Young. I looked at the odds the other day. It's Sale was, I think, minus 150 the last time I checked, which was a few days ago. And he just had that game. I don't think he gave up any runs. I'll talk about that game later on because I like talking about the division rivals games. But yeah, Angels getting obliterated by the Braves 11-3, but all in good spirits for the Phillies, though, because they also won yesterday. So it all worked out. And then the bullpen, they need to be ready today. They had 5 innings pitched in the previous Taijuan Walker start, and it's his second game back from injury. You don't know if he's going to be going more than 5 innings. I would say 5 innings, unless he's pitching really, really good. I would say 5 is probably the limit as to where he's going to be going. So bullpen needs to be ready. I'm assuming Jose Ruiz is going to be coming in immediately after, then probably Orion Kerkering. And if they want a lefty, they can bring in, I'm guessing Alvarado because Tanner Banks pitched 2 days ago. But again, the bullpen fresh today. Christopher Sanchez had the complete game yesterday, so saved a day for the bullpen, all rested. So again, it's a good day to have a bullpen game. It's not going to really be a bullpen game, but if it needs to be, the bullpen is rested enough to where it can be acceptable. It's good to give JT Harper and Rojas off to clear their heads for the Braves series Tuesday. Yeah, I 100% agree. You're on a 4-game winning streak. You already won the series. It's a Sunday afternoon game. You have off tomorrow. Why not give your best players, especially Bryce Harper and JT Realmuto, because he's coming back from the injury list. But why not give your best guys all the time you can to rest them? This is one of the biggest series of the whole entire season so far. It's in Atlanta on the road, and then you're going to Kansas City right after that. So 2 tough series on the road. You want to give your guys as much rest as you can. It's 2 days off. It's not going to kill them. So definitely clearing their head. And look at what happened with Trey Turner. Not that Bryce Harper or JT Realmuto need it, but you see what happens when they get a rest. That day or 2 off kind of relaxes their body, relaxes their mind, and then bam, they can come in and make a huge impact, which they desperately need against the Braves coming up. But Alec Bohm, 34 games. We shall see today if he can make it 35. That would be pretty awesome if you ask me. But let's see what we got cooking today on the triple play. Use your code HEAT. Get 50% off for your best bets at Win Daily. Let's see what we got today. We went 2 for 3 last night. We were a Christopher Sanchez strike away from getting a triple play, but it's okay. Maybe we can get one today in the same series that Weston Wilson hits for the cycle. Maybe we can get a triple play. Maybe hits for the cycle with the bonus bets. We got Bryson Stott at 2+ total bases today. That's at plus 100. I think he's going to have a 1-2 hit game. His career against Jake Irvin, 2 for 7. So has some good history against Irvin. So I think he will be fine. I think this is where he starts to get back on track. So plus 100 Bryson Stott to get 2+ total bases. Kyle Schwarber over half an RBI. This will coincide with the bonus bet, but I think Schwarber's going to go. My prediction for Schwarber today, 1 for 4, 1 home run, 1 RBI. I think he's going to hit it off the bat. So if you want to do a first home run, I don't know what the odds for that are. Let me take a look at that. What's the odds for Kyle Schwarber to have the first home run. Plus 450. Everyone else is plus 1,000 except for CJ Abrams. So yeah, Kyle Schwarber plus 450. I always say Vegas knows something that we don't. I kind of think that they are hinting at a leadoff Schwarber today. So Kyle Schwarber over half an RBI at plus 100. And then Taijuan Walker under 3.5 strikeouts at plus 105. He hit the over on 4.5 his last start, got 5. But the Nationals are a team that doesn't strike out a ton. Christopher Sanchez had a complete game yesterday, and the Nationals only struck out 4 times. So I do think Taijuan Walker is going to get 2 to 3 strikeouts today. Yeah, so Bryson Stott, 2+ total bases, plus 100. Kyle Schwarber over half an RBI at plus 100. And then Taijuan Walker under 3.5 strikeouts at plus 105. Bonus bet hinted at it. Yep, it's a Kyle Schwarber home run at plus 135. Not the greatest odds for a home run bet, but again, Vegas knows something that we don't. And the odds are just seemingly good enough to where you can make some money, but also good enough to where they are kind of hinting at something happening. So Kyle Schwarber home run, RBI, boom. Bank it here. Hopefully, we went 2 for 3 last night. Well, technically, we went 2 for 4. This was the bonus bet. This isn't the Phillies bet. This isn't part of the triple play. This is just a random UFC one. Israel Adesanya, he submitted in the 4th round by Dricus du Plessis. Adesanya looked better than a lot of people thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to get that one punch on DDP, but didn't happen. Was winning the 3rd and the 4th round, in my opinion. And then du Plessis lands a couple strikes, chokes him out. Izzy taps out. So Israel Adesanya, what's next for him? We shall see. Any UFC fans, what's next for Adesanya? I would love to hear what you have to say. But the triple play of the day, again, Bryson Stott, 2+ total bases, plus 100. Kyle Schwarber, over half an RBI at plus 100. And then Taijuan Walker, under 3.5 strikeouts at plus 105. These are all on FanDuel. And then Kyle Schwarber to get a home run at plus 135. Again, use your code HEAT. You get 50% off your best bets at Win Daily. And now, got all the Philly stuff. I like to talk about just a little quick recap of what's going on in the division and what is going on in the rest of the league. Mets are on a 2-game winning streak. They are playing the Marlins in the 3rd game. They were playing, when I checked, Marlins are up 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. So Mets win streak could be at risk today. I mean, it is at risk. They're losing right now. And then the Braves, talked about it earlier, Chris Sale, just an unbelievable performance. Of course, when he got traded from Boston to Atlanta this offseason, everyone's like, watch, he's going to turn back the clock, be prime Chris Sale, and have an awesome season. I didn't think he was going to have this good of a season to where he's the National League Cy Young leader as of August 18th, which is insane. Last night, his stat line, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 10 strikeouts. So Chris Sale, man, not someone you want to face in the playoffs. I know he's a little bit older, but he's not showing any age. He's currently 35 years old, but pitching like he's 25 years old. So, yeah, Chris Sale. I don't know if the Phillies will see him. I would assume, excuse me, that game 3. So probably that Thursday game, the Phillies will see him versus Christopher Sanchez. Another duel of the lefties. Phillies won it last night, so maybe they'll win that one. Took the Schwarber home run. There you go. I just got a feeling, and then with the odds on here, I just think he's going to do something today. I think he's definitely hitting a home run within his first 2 at-bats. If the app I used had first home runs, I would do Schwarber. I think he's going to hit a leadoff home run. This is just me saying that. I could be completely wrong. He could go for 5 strikeouts. He could go 4 for 4 with 4 home runs, but I just have a feeling the odds are too good. They say too good to be true, but I don't think it's too good to be true. I think it's at that point where it's just enough and good enough. Another big news for the Texas Rangers. They are potentially getting their starting pitcher back soon. Jacob deGrom is starting a rehab assignment next week for their AA affiliate. deGrom went down with Tommy John surgery in, I believe it was May of last season. So could be back sometime in September for the Rangers, a team that is making a playoff push. Max Scherzer has been struggling a little bit, but Rangers where are they at in the wild card? They are, 12.5 games out of the wild card. So kind of out of the race of that, but they're 11 games back in the division. Yikes. So it doesn't look like the World Series champions are going to make the playoffs, which is insane. That's baseball for you, though. You could have the best team one year, and the next year you could be absolutely terrible. Look at the Washington Nationals. They won the World Series in 2019, and then they haven't made it back to the playoffs since. To COVID season, I don't really count as a full season. It was 60 games. That's less than half of what a normal baseball year is. That's why I think there's an asterisk on that Dodgers World Series ring. But Jacob deGrom, Rangers, not even going to make the playoffs. I mean, yeah, we were talking about the Nationals. I lost my train of thought there. But you see, 2019, they won the World Series. And then 2021, the next full season of MLB baseball, they traded away some of their best players. They signed Kyle Schwarber. They traded him. They traded away Max Scherzer and Trey Turner to the Dodgers. Completely blew it up there. And then traded Juan Soto the next year. So it's baseball, man. That's why it's so important to win, because your window could be this small. And the Rangers got hot at the right time. And yeah, they won the World Series, but now not looking like they're going to make the playoffs, but they can get Jacob deGrom back. Hopefully pitch some games this year for them. He's one of the best pitchers that I've ever seen in my lifetime. So hopefully the Rangers can get him back soon. Speaking of Rangers, Ranger Suarez. Yeah, he should be back against the Royals. I think he's projected to start either Friday or Saturday. Same with Austin Hayes. I believe Rob Thompson said that it's likely he'll be back for that series as well. So, yeah, big game. But right now they're running a 4-man rotation with just Wheeler, Nola, Sanchez, and Walker. So I don't know if Tyler Gilbert is going to start a game and they do a bullpen game against the Royals. But as of right now, it's a 4-man rotation because Zach Wheeler pitched the first game of this 4-game series, and he's going to be pitching the next game against the Atlanta Braves on Tuesday. That's at least a projection. So, yeah, Ranger Suarez coming back is going to be a huge addition, especially if the Phillies want to run a 6-man rotation, if that's something Rob Thompson wants to do. Other news, the Chicago White Sox eliminated from playoff contention. It's a shame. I know everybody did not have this on their bingo cards, especially this late in the season. 30-94 right now. We talked about them the other day. One of the worst teams ever. Quite literally, one of the historically worst teams of all time in baseball history. Contenders a few years ago, and now they are one of the worst teams ever. Just talking about this with the Rangers, how small baseball windows are, and with the Nationals. White Sox were looking like one of the best teams with the best futures in 2021. It's 2024, and they are historically bad. So another thing, National League wild card race, the Reds, their ace, Hunter Green, to the IL. He was their all-star this year. A big loss for them. Not sure how long he's going to be out for. So, yeah, Hunter Green going to the IL. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you as always. Hopefully we can talk about a Phillies win. I say that all the time in this outro. I hope we can talk about a win. It's just a better talking points. The vibes are higher. And to talk about a sweep, I don't remember. I think the last sweep was the Dodgers over a month ago. So hopefully we get to talk about another sweep. I'll be live post-game 5 to 10 minutes. I used to set the bar at 10 minutes, but now it's 5 to 10. I usually have all my notes ready to go, everything I need ready by the time the final out happens, but need a couple minutes to just prep a little bit. Got to get my setup going here. So, yeah, it's 12:54. I believe the Phillies start at 1:30. Is it 1:30 or 1:35? 1:35. 1:35. So, little over 40 minutes till first pitch. Be live here 5 to 10 minutes after the final out. Jake Irvin versus Taijuan Walker. Who do you got? We got the triple play. We got Bryson Stott, 2+ total bases. Kyle Schwarber to get an RBI, and then Taijuan Walker under 3.5. And then Kyle Schwarber to get a home run. So big bets today. Hopefully we can hit the cycle today. Hopefully we can talk about a Phillies win, and hopefully I can see you all 5 to 10 minutes live here on Heat Ratio Sports after the final out. And hopefully we get to talk about a win as always. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Appreciate all of you as always. Very excited for the future here at Heat Ratio Sports. Very excited for this post-game show. Should be an interesting one. I love the Sunday games. My dad says the Phillies never win on Sundays when he watches. So hopefully if he watches, the tides could turn for the Fightins. So I've been Tyler Mroz. See you all hopefully 5 to 10 minutes after the final out. Hopefully we can talk about a Phillies win and a Phillies sweep. Stay fresh, my friends. Enjoy the game. Don't get too stressed. I will see you around 4:30. Whenever the game gets over, I'll see you there right here. See ya.